that situation. But EG, they were really lacking on
final pick. You were suggesting that maybe OD might be a good possibility here. What was it about OD that stood out to you as such an exceptional choice?
Talked about earlier. They had summons. He's great against summons and illusions. And then he's not so great against push, but I didn't really think they had a good way to break high ground. And then secondly, he had an Abaddon protecting him, which is great. And then thirdly, you have the double save, right? It's versus the Kunkka X combo and then versus the arrow too. So you have like multiple fail saves and no BKB carriers. Also, no one built evasion. I think OD fell off a lot when people built Solar and Halberd all the time. OD has a miserable time for any sort of evasion, but they didn't have any.
I think another big characteristic of that last game is that we didn't really see Sumail go crazy as he has in a lot of games. He seemed to be dying very early in a lot of these fights, sometimes even dying before being able to pull off a Moonlight Shadow.
Disruptor is one of the better heroes against Mirana.
Yeah.
Really easy to catch him. We saw a couple, like at least in that first gank, Sumail didn't even try leaping. He just like turned around and arrow to creep. He was like, at least I'm going to get another CS before I die.
Yeah, I saw that. No, that's what we're talking about when we're a greedy player at every single point. Because for me, I'm still right-clicking. My heart's pounding. Maybe there's a chance. It's not a chance, man. But at least he gets 25 gold out of it.
He knows the scenario, and he wants to max min and get that last CS and spam by all his items.
You know, I heard that Sumail was one of the best testers of Valve Dota patches because he is so hyper-focused on exactly how every single hero feels that he'd say things like, oh, God, you know, like he got level 3 one last hit earlier than he should have. And it turns out there was a bug that was occasionally giving 25% experience on denies to the enemy hero. So
that's how they figured it out.
Yeah.
Well, he's a pretty dominant mid laner, so he's the one to push it, I suppose.
You know, he doesn't stream very much. What is he like in terms of his practice?
Practice?
Yeah.
He probably plays the least pubs out of anybody on that team, but he's a fierce competitor. He really does get emotional over wins and losses, and he wants to win more than anybody, and that's his competitive edge.
Is it a lot of grinding in private matches or in just, practice one-on-ones?
He does. Him and Universe do some one-on-ones to warm up, and I don't know. I think he is just very talented, an incredible hard worker, of course, but very, very talented at such a young age, and he just kind of gets it.
And it's just very different how people can prepare for games and how they actually get better at the game. Like some really like to play a lot, and that really helps them. But like for me, when I was at my top, I barely played pubs at all. I only played pubs when I wanted to practice a new hero.
You talked about watching replays of your favorite players or the players that you thought were the best and trying to learn and emulate some of the things that they did.
And replays of opponents to see how they play and just use that instead of playing myself.
If you turned it into a pie chart of you preparing for an event, how does replays versus pub matches versus private matches and scrims?
I mean, overall throughout the year, most people play the most, but maybe a couple of days before a tournament, it's better to watch replays and prepare in that way.
Oh, really? So the closer you are to the event, the more that you're actually wanting to be
because
thoughtful.
People are constantly changing and adapting to what's happening in the meta and in the ecosystem around them. So it's really hard to almost predict or guess what a team is going to do before you actually get to the tournament.
Well, the great news is Game 2 is about to begin between EG and Newbee, with EG currently down 0-1. Will Newbee be able to close it out with another incredible performance, or will EG tie it up?
Evil Geniuses versus Newbee. Game 2.
As always, I love when there are two excellent mid laners being matched up against one another. Incredibly excited to see SCCC's pick going into this.
It's a pretty even matchup last game between Mirana and OD. I think Sumail actually did come out on top. And then a couple of key ganks from Newbee onto Sumail brought SCC back ahead.
So overall, I think Evil Geniuses just had a way weaker team fight. Their main team fight was Naga, Siren, Sleep, and an Arrow, which is, I would say, pretty weak versus the double safe that they had. And you mentioned that they probably could build a pipe or something like that, but even so, I think the damage was just not there compared to Venomancer and OD.
Sure, that Abaddon pick was really, really great. It's a hero we haven't seen a ton of, but up against an early Mirana, it makes a lot of sense.
Interesting first two pickups from Newbee. Earth Spirit straight into Shadow Shaman. Seen some Earth Spirit and some Shadow Shaman at the tournament.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much. That Lycan, that's a hero.
There we go.
That hero is great against Shadow Shaman.
And a comfort pick for RTC and EG overall.
Absolutely. You build Necro on Lycan, and you don't have to worry about the Shadow Shaman disables at all. If you try and shackle Lycan, his summons are just going to kill you.
Once again, we see the exact same bans that have been popular throughout the entire tournament. Well, picks and bans. Puck, Earthshaker, Lich, and Nyx out of the pool.
Newbie starting off their draft with some team fights from Earth Spirit and some tower push from the Shadow Shaman. It's a nice combination to put together team fight and push. EG is going to need to either pick some team fight or potentially some more split push to spread out Newbie.
Feels a little painful having Nature's Prophet get dumped off that early. There's been a lot of Lycan Nature's Prophet games that Evil Geniuses have pulled some really successful pushes off with.
Yeah, like I was just saying, they got to be really careful for that split push. So Furion, one of the best split pushes in the game, is a great ban for Newbie here in the second phase.
Oh, Enchantress. Oh, come on. That hero's awesome, man. Don't do that to me, Newbie.
And that is the thing that is, like, when you go into the main event from the group stage, you can see that Newbie are actually banning heroes that EG used to play a lot. They used Enchantress, Prophet, Shaker, and Puck, and they're banning all of those heroes now.
This is like the group stage of EG Incarnate right here on the left.
And that's why having that day off and being able to go through and look at all of EG's drafts, watch some of their replays, maybe even practice against a team and pretend they're EG.
Yeah.
I mean, this is actually going to be really interesting to see the remainder. I mean, I feel like the bans are almost more interesting than the picks at this point, especially given that they are some of the most commonly picked heroes that we've seen consistently show up.
This is the most beautiful part of Dota. People just don't understand.
Peter, I will never doubt you ever again. I now believe you fundamentally whenever you speak.
Yes.
So last series, we didn't actually see Sven banned out versus Lycan, which I'm very surprised to see. And Evil Genius has banned it out. I guess Newbie probably pick it a lot more than the players in the last series, but it's
Спириту нужны сильные матчапы, чтобы роумить и быть эффективным в игре. Расти нужен хороший фрилейн, то есть им обязательно усилять линии нужно и брать именно сильных коров для Ньюби, которые еще и потенциально должны этого Люкана пробить. Ну, в принципе, Void подходит, то есть Void он такой самостоятельный. Ну, кстати, вот Квапа под роуминг к Спириту.
Да, под Спирита хороший герой.
Ну вот, кстати, возможно, эта самая Квапа и может быть даже оффлейн. Я, конечно, знаешь, так уже наркоманию привожу, но...
В теории, да, все может быть, конечно. Я не думаю, что это у китайцев.
Okay. Hey, my dude.
I've but one purpose in life now. Defend the last vestiges of faith in this god-forsaken land.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm on the website right now, for those of you who are asking. I'm on the website literally right now. That's what I'm doing. Increased elemental damage. And hover over into Thank you for the So, but why? Can be used with fuck. That's probably why I added an extra S. Lola Scully, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a great day and use the emotes for evil, not good. All right. Classic. All right. Cool. Log in. All right, we're good.
By the divine authority of the Templar, you are hereby exiled to the forsaken shores of Reklast.
We're gonna have to make a new account name because somebody else took Dex bonus. Lola Scully, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a great day and use the emotes for evil, not good. All right. Classic. All right. Cool. Log in. All right, we're good.
By the divine authority of the Templar, you are hereby exiled to the forsaken shores of Reklast. You have transgressed against God and consorted with sin. Find your redemption, exile, or die in the attempt.
Alright.
Why do the keen of mind seek to satiate their curiosity in darkness and depravity? Innocenus is our father. Ariath is our mother. When a daughter strays from the light, she makes herself an orphan. Learn well the lessons that Reklast will teach you, witch. It is your only hope of finding your way home.
Thanks. Okay, so my witch from before was named Dopeness, so that's what's happening here. And y'all are just gonna have to deal with it. Oh, she had 3 S's though, I think. I think it was Dopeness, the witch. League. God, I've forgotten everything about this game. No, I don't want to be hardcore. Dopeness. Oh, no cup? Wait, what the fuck? Merp, there we go. There's the cup. Thank you. Okay. A character with name. Oh no! The real Dopeness is out there somewhere. That just.
I'll do for now. I thought I saw some smoke rising just north of here. Could be worth checking.
Oh, fuck. A fireball, except. Oops. A lot of arrows, too. It's fucking weird, man. Oh, there's something here?
Welcome,
Oops.
you fine, cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Kevkov, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Oh, that was the ticker to show where I was. I see. I see. I gets it now. Someone please tell me it didn't actually take Duger 2 hours to get this far.
That would just make life complicated.
Now that you've drained that passage, best I warn you about something. I was running down a wounded rower one night's eve when I glimpsed something in that waterlogged cavern. Looked a bit like a sand spitter, only the size
Feels
of a
bad,
bloody
man.
ox. I reckon it's nesting down in those flooded depths somewhere. If you're going that way, then do us a favor. Spill the old shield crab's guts before it gets hungry and comes to the doors.
Hey.
Welcome, you
Swag Master Pimp Daddy, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. That sounds fun.
Necromancer. Just the one, was it? Guess the bastard got a bit lonely and decided to make himself some pets. Wow. Good to see you don't mind.
Darklight, what are you doing? Well,
Yeah.
it's good to see you don't mind getting dirty. What? Right click to gain 2 passive respec points. Oh no, you want me to put my shit in here? Can I come back to you?
I've traveled inland on the
Oh.
Emperor's Road.
He seemed a lot more comfortable with the lineup that they had in comparison to EG's lineup in game 1.
Yeah, I think, like Ben in the panel did say, the EG's lineup, if they get to that BKB Enigma point, it's where it's super difficult. There's no way to cancel it. There is no way for a newbie to really deal with it in that direct way. They can deal with it in other ways of just forcing fights around it and try to take engagements like that, like pickoffs and whatnot. And I think that it's going to be important to watch the supports on the side of newbie, because I think what they're going to just be doing is putting as much pressure on the other 2 lanes, so this Bloodseeker can just use his Thirst and Blood Rage to kind of 1v1 versus that Enigma. And we do see mid lane, Kaka actually places a very sneaky ward behind the tower with his smoke movement. So he's looking for a courier.
Look at this though.
Something
EG are playing a step ahead. They're taking it around the long way. And I think that this is going to work out. Kaka unlikely to come and check around elsewhere. It will be caught under the vision now, but EG were prepared for that there.
Maybe on the way back?
That depends. Yeah, how careful they're going to be here. It looks like they're not going to be careful enough indeed. They were careful on the way out. They weren't careful on the way back as Kaka grabs the courier.
So that's one way to get a good start off for your Queen of Pain and your Bloodseeker. They're already going to have pretty decent matchups, but with that Surge of Gold, it's now a Queen of Pain Shadow Shaman with high base damage versus this Sand King Necro. And the Bloodseeker, like we said, in that 1v1. So putting that, it's pretty much a tri-lane mid from newbie to put the pressure onto the Necrophos. Because Necro's a hero that it can be very strong in that mid lane, but if you start getting like just pressured down by this Ether Shock and the Shadow Strike starts taking up, if roll hits you, you're going to be at low HP and you can just drop from that.
There we go, going in onto Zai there. Zai. That's the Burrow Strike back in return. Him and Kaka just trading hits. But yeah, for sure. And we saw as well last game how Sumail was pretty irrelevant for the last part of it because of the heavy pressure that newbie put him on at the start. So
yeah,
indeed looking to go for a repeat performance in that state.
KP's going to get a lot because of the laning setup that newbie does as well. That they have these 2 supports running around. The Bloodseeker has all the freedom in the world to just farm top versus Enigma because he can just walk in and kill the Eidolons. All they need to do is pretty much get people low, and this Bloodseeker can dominate this top matchup so hard with the Thirst. And even without having people low, he's still doing incredibly well. 15-3. He's gotten all of the Eidolons, I think, so far. Because Universe has summoned him, and it's still on cooldown 15 seconds, and all of them are dead. So Mugi is crushing that top lane at the moment, to be kind of expected.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we've been saying, the mid lane with the presence of newbie supports, giving that edge, certainly in terms of CS to SCCC as well so far.
Being very good with their time usage on newbie. At the same time, Faith is going around collecting bounties, also stacking Ancients to make sure that KP does have that surge, that increase of farm potential after the laning phase.
It will bring Zai up to this top lane, but the wave's pushing in. Mugi can maintain control underneath the tower. Zai very unlikely to want to come in for any sort of dive at this state of the game with Universe. So yeah, these lanes, they are looking super hot from newbie in this first couple of minutes.
Yeah, EG's trying to make adjustments already.
Yeah.
Universe is probably like, he's just walking up and killing my Eidolons. I can't do anything about it. So Zai makes the move toward top, but now they're worried about the Bristleback.
Look at this mid lane pressure. Because of this move up top, Kaka now sees the opening to come in onto Sumail, bringing him down very low. There's SCCC. Does need to be careful in return though. Takes a fair bit of harass in trade there. Does have the salve up, knows that Sumail himself is out of regen. So at the end of the day, it doesn't get the kill. That pressure pushes him back. Okay, he's got a fresh set of tangos out from the courier. As we saw, that pressure, just SCCC using his dominance in this lane.
While he's low though, Universe top is just getting chased out because of the Thirst.
Yeah, look at this with the Blood Run. That's going to connect Universe. He's going to be gone. I mean, this top lane couldn't have gone any better for Mugi.
He might get a return kill with the Eidolons. It's going to be very close, but no, with the poor man's shield, the damage block is too high. But yeah, just make sure like Sumail being at that 30%, he has Tango, so it's not that quick heal. And now aggression on Sumail again. Kaka, the roll off the mark with the Shadow Strike. Enough to slow him down a bit, but not to pick up a kill. But still, they're keeping him low, and this is where Bloodseeker thrives.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is the thing, you know, Mugi's saying, don't kill him, leave him alive, just play with him. Don't kill Sumail, keep him alive on this minimal health so he does have that boost up top. I mean, it's working out, it really is.
Yep.
Mugi feeling very safe on that top lane because of this.
All 3 lanes going super well for Newbie. The bottom lane, of course, is going a bit better for EG, but KP getting experience as a Bristleback who's been left alone for the most part is extremely important. And of course, Enigma, Universe will, of course, will always get stuff up there, being able to not deny the wave back with those Eidolons on the range creep. So they will get some trade up, but Sumail's getting punished heavily.
He had to walk all the way back to base and TP out, so absolutely not the situation you want to have your Necro in. This mid lane just being well and truly controlled, as well as the top lane. And as we're seeing as well, that the bottom lane not necessarily going bad for Newbie at all. He is finding farm down there, but not nearly on the same level as Mugi. But I guess in comparison, you can also say as well, obviously, the lead in the last hits is usually down to the fact that a lot of those are Eidolons.
But those give a lot of gold.
But they do.
They do give a good shot. And at the same time, it's KP having... He's going to have a quad ancient stack already prepared for himself, and he's almost level 5 on the Bristleback already, which is super significant. Right now, though, he's pretty deep. With Nighttime as well, with the double bonus from Hal, they should be able to keep KP
with
up.
the field, I mean, you can hope for some sort of deny for the small.
Oh,
and he gets it! He actually does get it!
The one troll creep!
I can't believe he got it! That was... How much damage does that thing do? It's nothing. It's like 20...
I mean, he has a stout shield as well, so
my goodness.
It does... I think that was the troll creep, so it's 28. Through the stout shield as well, so... All right.
All right.
Unfortunate for EG.
I mean, I was going to bring up he could, but I didn't think it would happen. Oh. KP.
The one creep that was left.
Some say it would be skill, but KP, he had it planned out all along. Wow. I mean, well, with that, all 3 lanes, you know, Newbie, they're very happy with the way this game is starting off.
Oh yeah, they have a more than full level advantage on their mid laner. Over
I mean, yeah, but look at the denies from SCCC. 21 denies in this mid lane.
Yeah. Shrine comes up. We'll use that right away.
So it's got to be a bit careful.
Nice.
It's only level 2. There is a haste rune on SCCC. He has a Sonic Wave. I mean, if he wants to commit, Zai's certainly gone. And well, with the wraparound from Kaka, coming in with the Boulder Smash, Zai, he'll try and play around with it here with the Burrow Strike. But SCCC just throws out the Sonic Wave, jumps in, cleans up one. I mean, he can look to play around with Sumail as well. They're going to have Kaka moving out of range. Arcane Rune bottled up by SCCC. He won't stick around to beat down onto Sumail, but it doesn't matter. He is just so far ahead, getting kills like this and such. This is such a one-sided affair, this laning stage. It really does feel it. I mean, top lane Mugi, 50 CS, 6 minutes in.
It's, you know, it's something we did discuss about right before the game did start. They do have very strong lanes, strong pressuring lanes, especially with that Bloodseeker last pick. The fact that they can leave him alone and make those rotations and put the pressure on EG is super important. Punishing that early kind of weakness that EG has in their lanes. It's Lycan can be strong if he has the proper support duo, but if you only have it as one support down there, that's where the offlaner is actually able to get stuff. So they force Zai to kind of be moving around all this time, and it just makes KP farm a lot in that offlane. 25 last hits already on an offlane Bristleback. Very significant. And the stacks continue.
I mean, what's the plan here for EG? We've seen already Newbie supports getting very active, at least the Earth Spirit as such in the mid lane, but yet to really have the plays coming out from Crit and Zai on this tanking disruptor combo. I mean, when does something kind of click into place that allows them to enable action in one of these lanes?
Their 2 supports need levels, that's the big thing. So they have to play pretty much, in my opinion, reactively. They have to hope that SCCC kind of like overextends, and then they can have one of the supports set up and the other one TP in. So probably have Zai playing more around the mid lane, or maybe play with the Black Hole since it's online now. And since the Black Hole is up, they're going to go for Mugi instead with this triple rotation. Mugi seems to know something's up, though.
There is an Earth Spirit in the neighborhood as well.
And
he's straight out. He is straight out indeed. Over to the bottom lane. And they're actually going to try and do something actively with it as well. This is such a smart move here from Newbie. Will be scanned out, though. Scans there from EG. They know that something's going on in the neighborhood. And RTZ will keep himself hidden behind the tree line. I mean, he has to stay there. If he pokes his head out, one rupture and a lead in from Newbie could mean imminent death here for the Lycan.
They get the nice, EG gets the D ward on the lane ward that Newbie did have top because of that rotation from Mugi. They know, they're like, hey, something's up. He knows this gank's coming way too easily.
So EG definitely minimalizing the potential casualty there. They play it safe. Now Newbie have to look elsewhere to try and make this play with Mugi as they move him around the map.
Yeah, they're moving around it. At least they're, they sent Kaka top, so it's like, okay, there's the wave that does come in, he'll be able to mooch a bit of that experience, but more rotations coming in from EG to try to at least pressure that tower. But at the same time, KP, this is where it opens it up for him. Arteezy unable to farm under the threat of where the Bloodseeker is. They still don't know.
Still 3 heroes up top from EG, seeing if they can get the catch onto Kaka. Now making the movement, both Crit and Zai. Next up could be towards the mid lane, but that high ground ward is still there for Newbee in that area, so very hard for them to get it. And Arteezy realizes that Newbee's not leaving this bottom lane anytime soon. So heads up to top, joins his teammates, can look to try and get the tier 1 trade in return. And still, the potential for a kill is there. Crit in the neighborhood, trying to see if they can get the glimpse. Now with the lead forward, they have the vision with the Thunder Strike. Kaka, don't know if he can get himself out of this. He can certainly play with him with the Boulder Smash. He tries for the roll away, but there's the glimpse. Gets brought back into the clutches of Artur and Universe. And EG do claim the kill and should be able to finish off this tower as well.
Some tower trades, but good rotation. Picking off that Earth Spirit. Zai now able to get a lot down bottom with that tower being taken out. So he's only level 3 on the Sand King. Compared to last game, he was already level 6 on the Naga Siren.
That's true.
Pretty significant how under-leveled the support's actually on the side of EG.
Mugi's hunting for this. He knows Zai's low on the mana. If he finds a chance for a Rupture, he'll go for it. But
No
Zai,
mercy.
keeps himself right back.
KP's almost got the Vanguard finished up on the Bristleback. As soon as he has the Vanguard, that's when the Ancient Stack farming begins. This is an offlane Bristleback who is top 4 of the net worth. That is very threatening.
And they can certainly look to group up and fight with their cause now. SCCC, he's finished off the Veil, 10 minutes in. He's got that ready to go. So huge amounts of magical burst potential there for him.
And they should have the Shadow Shaman 6 coming out too, so they'll have that, the actual tower sieging, because their heroes don't hit buildings too great other than that. The Bloodseeker and the Bristleback, I guess the Bristle can, but it's mostly those wards. Kaka now moving toward top, Waves pushing in, should be able to get level 6 easily on that Earth Spirit. And then they have pretty damn good team fight on the side of Newbee to deal with EG. EG, like we said, they're lacking on levels on their supports.
Vayne also done now for Sumail, so despite the definite tough time in the mid lane, he's not, he's still 1k net worth behind the quad, but has got that major first item. So as well, can look to start to make things happen. At the same time, Universe, he's picked up the Midas. He's good to go. He's there 4th in the net worth, definitely. Not suffering too much, despite the fact that Mugi had such a good time in that top lane. And Universe definitely, at least going for the performances we've seen on this main stage in this series, I feel like the most solid performer out of game 1. Universe, he kept his cool. That Nature's Prophet, the plays, the split push, kind of one of the reasons that game went on as long as it did. So yeah, you can definitely look towards Universe to pull out something special here.
EG recognizes this, they know the strength of their lineup. Right, the lanes, sure, lanes didn't go the way that they probably wanted them to, but there still is that threat. Once they get their cores online, once that BKB eventually comes out for the Enigma, it's the biggest point. But till then, they have to kind of just play it back, make sure they get their levels, much needed levels on the Sand King and the Disruptor. Once Disruptor has 6, they can maybe make some aggressive plays onto this Queen of Pain with the Static Storm and the Reaper Scythe on top. But till then, they have very little kill threshold. And now Newbee, they're actually making the first go. They've got this most online.
Newbee have so much potential here as this 4-man.
They've got Magnetize ready.
Zai.
Shadow Shaman's almost 6. He actually breaks the smoke.
He comes in.
Zai.
And with that, they have no idea where Zai actually is at the moment. No wards themselves in EG's jungle, so Zai will get out as well. So it looks like EG, with that Sand King movement, have avoided the potential that Newbee's smoke had there, which was an incredible amount. Immediately, KP splits himself back up towards the top. Mastini's coming in a bit. If they can get the catch here, which indeed Crit can, brings back Mugi now. The whole team of EG ready to
Silence
go.
From Kaka.
Good smash back from Kaka to hold back the side of EG, but the Malefice was there onto Mugi, allowing them to chase him down.
You see that call there, though, from EG? They see the Bristleback porting top.
Yeah,
it's literally instant. Sumail straight away. Like, we're going on this guy. We need to get the glimpse back and get the kill. So that's a very big kill, killing the highest net worth here on the map. And that's we have yet to see a Rupture be able to be deployed by Mugi. EG is doing a very good job of defending each other.
Yes.
As we were kind of saying.
It's as you said.
That's the way that they get back into the game. They have to sit behind each other, hope that Newbee kind of overextends a bit, and then they'll get kills and come back through that one. Zai now level 6. We said the Static Storm is online. Everyone else getting their tools. Once that Blink Enigma comes out, that could be when we see the next smoke come out from the Enigma.
Yeah, he's close as well. Universe 1600. Newbee, who are they going to find here? Could just be Crit, and indeed, Silence bursted down immediately. Crit's gone. Tanks the gang. Definitely not the worst loss there for EG. But a kill nonetheless at Newbee. are going to keep the pressure on in the mid lane. They're thinking about Rosh.
With the Shadow Shaman wards. With Blood Rage. Yeah. Throwing Blood Rage on Rosh with the goo, it's actually an immense amount of damage and speed for them to bring it down. EG seems to know something's up.
There's a ping straight on the pit from Zai.
They've got Black Hole. There's no blink yet for the Enigma to get into the fight.
Can they get it quick enough? They are mass TPing over, but it's falling so fast. Walls have been sent in. EG know the state. Can Zai make the play in time? Roshan falling low. There's the jump onto Shaman on the sideline. It's falling down. They're dropping the ult. They'll take that one, but they get Rosh. Newbie have the Aegis, but the Black Hole from Universe comes into the pip out for the pit. And EG, they take 3. SCCC may get out as well as Kaka, but EG, they're happy with that. Cleaning up 3, getting Mugi, you know, the big kill on this Bloodseeker, top of the net worth. Absolutely fantastic there.
Yeah, Newbie has to pretty much, it's go time for them right now. They know all the ultis were used by EG. They got to pretty much go for those next 2 easy objectives, the top tower and the mid tower. 3-man Static Storm, nice epicenter coming up from the side, and then the Black Hole follow-up from Universe. Absolutely perfect to bring them all down.
If only they were a few seconds earlier, it could have been that little bit greater. But at the same time, you know, we talk about how well EG took that fight. Sweet little things there. Like as soon as the Roshan was going down, Mugi drops the Blood Right. Make sure that there's no chance for any sort of Black Hole or team fight play to happen during the last seconds of that Rosh life.
Now it's all about, like we said, playing around those cooldowns. EG does have, they have a good amount of longer cooldowns in comparison to Newbies.
Oh, rip. I mean, Mugi's like, are you alone? He's kind of questioning it. I mean, Crit's going to go drive the TP out, but the Boulder Smash is on point. Another freebie there for Newbie.
It's just a disruptor kill, though. It's not like this is a kill that leads into an objective. They have to make use of this time very well versus these heavy ultimates that EG has. And that's not really the best one, just as it's the 5 support. They're not getting a tower. And during this time, Black Hole's in 100 seconds, Epicenter's in about 20, and Zai's almost finished up the Blink Dagger now.
He's getting there. He's so close.
That's the big team fight that EG will have. Newbie has massive team fight with their Veil Earth Spirit combo, but once Sand King has Blink Dagger, then EG actually has a way to start the fight, which Newbie kind of lacks in a way. They have the Earth Spirit, but it's not that, you know, super reliable instant stun like a Sand King or something like that.
So if EG have any weapons here around this tier 1 in the mid lane, at the moment Newbie getting away with a lot of damage upon it, and seems to be that EG will opt against holding this one. They'll put the fortification, but KP and SCCC stick around, finish off the tower.
Arteezy against the side.
Very nicely done by Artur.
The patience. He had them there waiting for that whole entire like 8-second duration.
He's got his Necro at level 2 on the way out. Second recipe being flown out right now. So we'll soon have that level 3 Necro. We've seen how much damage this can do. I mean, if he just gets that, the Necros on the Shaman with the Wolves, he's just gone in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
It could do absolute wonders at bringing down the backliners.
No way for you to deal with it. It's very good versus Bristleback and Queen of Pain too. The mana burn is very, very significant versus Bristle. You know, the fight goes on longer and longer. The quills become obnoxious, but not if he's completely out of mana because of a Necro book. So it's going to be a really significant item pickup for EG in those team fights.
Mugi, SMY complete, and looking straight for the BKB next.
Arteezy constantly trying to scout with one of his wolves. He has one kept with him, and the other one is just pretty much securing the areas where he expects them to make movements onto himself. So good micro coming out from Artur as expected. 10k player on Lycan.
Newbie going from objective to objective here. Take the tier 1 in the mid lane, straight up to the top tower.
So that's great for them. You know, that in the 2 minutes or the 3 minutes that Black Hole is on cooldown, they were able to claim those 2 objectives and net themselves a kill. But Black Hole's up. Blink is online as well for Enigma. It's go time with that Zai Sand King.
Indeed. They want to find something big. They know that SCCC's there in the middle lane. They did spot him out as he cleared the wave. But they want to try and cut off this push that Newbie put together up top. KP on the front lines. Still under the cover of smoke. EG have the ward there. They've got perfect vision. There's the jump forward. Malefice first onto Faith. Not looking to commit the ult because they don't need the Black Hole for that one. That's the Shaman down. Arteezy will transform as they may look to take more. KP controlled for the moment by the kinetic field. Universe keeps it. There's the jump again! Universe with the 3-man Black Hole! It's absolutely perfect! They take down 3. They get the Aegis as well. Mugi will escape. There's SCCC also potentially in trouble. Universe blinking forward, getting the vision. Zai comes in with the Burrow Strike. SCCC one more blink. Do they want to chase it? Universe did have Malefice again, but they will let SCCC be. But beautiful play there from Universe. He just created the right amount of distance. I mean, he only just dodged like a boulder smash flying in, and bam, was able to come back in. And Newbie, they did not expect him to get away with that.
That
Just
big
look
vision
at him.
advantage. That vision advantage is so important. You see Kaka's going to come in later, and he tries to get a good boulder smash and silence. He actually misses the silence, and then Universe blinks over and gets the black.
I mean, look at this. Universe kind of comes back, and then he sees Kaka. He's like, I got to get out of here, boys. I'm going to come back in now. Blinks over the boulder smash to come back in for that one.
That's where we always talk about as like pro players and analysts and stuff, how important vision can be in team fights. Having that ward there for them, EG has all the luxury to kind of be like, okay, this is who we're going to pick and choose and go on, where Newbie, they didn't really have any real vision in that fight to see where the Enigma was located.
Very, very nicely done there by Universe. Now, Zay, you've got to watch this man. Game
Enigma
one
is the crucial one.
I mean, Universe, he is definitely one that you can, he is always going to keep his cool on the main stage. This is, you know, Universe very unfazed by any sort of pressure that he's put under. And, yeah, you can see here. He's keeping it cool.
It's Uni. We know him.
BKB next on the menu for this Enigma, bottom lane, hunting for Zai. Zai will be safe, though. Not quite going to catch him there with a roll forward from Kaka. SCCC, relatively close now to having that Orchid complete, so... But at this rate, it is going to be a similar time to when that BKB is online on Universe. So.
EG's probably feeling pretty comfortable now with the way that the game is starting to develop after that Roche engagement. The big thing is getting that Blink BKB on the Enigma, like we're always talking about. There's no way for Newbie to cancel it. They have to play around it really well. So we have BKB going to be built next for Mugi on top of that SNY. Faith is trying to go for a Blink Dagger because they only really have the Earth Spirit for catch at the moment on Newbie. So he wants to be able to have that extra catch to be able to take the team fights better. Because they can't just rely solely on Kaka to do everything, be all the lockdown and catch on their team.
Bit of downtime now between the sides. They look towards these crucial item moments. I mean, 20 minutes in, 8-5.
This downtime's great for EG. Black Hole is just getting off the cooldown during all this. Crit.
Because hunting, yeah, SCCC have found him. Crit again. Life of the support, constantly trying to get this deep vision out, but pretty much every time Newbie's been able to make him pay for it.
He got the ward down. He finished his urn before dying.
Sure.
This is just the job as a 5 support. You die for your team. You die for the cause. It's better than one of your cores dying. And now Black Hole is back online for EG, so they can try to make some plays. And BKB is about 300 gold away.
Okay, so there is a bit of a window now where SCCC does have the Orchid and no BKB, so depends if they see that on the Quap or if indeed they do try and make something happen before it. But I wouldn't be surprised if EG,
they can
as
just
you
sit
say,
back.
content waiting, get that BKB at least on Enigma, then look to make another stand.
Arteezy continues to keep those wolves scouting out all over the place. Getting so much information on the map.
They do actually want to go. They want to try and fight. So Universe still vulnerable, but we saw how much he did before without having to rely on the BKB.
They're going to get a quick,
Jump
easy
in.
pick.
And they'll look to just go immediately onto Faith. Malefice the Midnight Pulse down. They'll put the Reaper's side, make sure that Shaman's down for 50 seconds.
They can get an invasion play here too. Arteezy's already positioned top for the push, so easy tier 2 can be clean, but Kaka is in position. Newbie may want to actually try to contest this. Shadow Shaman's dead for 40 seconds.
Kaka with that Yules as well. And another way to play around this non-BKB Enigma at the moment.
Bristleback is very farmed right now. Hood and Solar Crest are very durable versus what EG has to throw off. Universe has to just sit all the way in the back. There's a deep ward though from Newbie, so they see everything for this engagement if they want to take it. But a trade is the choice coming up.
And in fact, Universe, he says, I can smell someone in these trees, clears out the tree line with the Midnight Pulse. An absolute jackpot. He hits it, finds Kaka.
And Crit's trying to set up for a glimpse play bottom. But Mugi, high to the trees, almost get the glimpse off.
Ooh, that was close there. And nearly got the vision with that field. But still indeed taking a tier 2, keeping control of their own. EG now finding the favorable trades across the map.
Slowly pulling ahead. This is the first time actually that EG has taken the lead in net worth this game. 23 minutes in.
Still very, very early days here for both sides. Diffusal, the next item for Arteezy, and he's very close to having it as well. Talking about being close, Universe pretty much with that BKB done now. Can get that recipe sent out. And then these fights become a lot harder because what do you do at this stage about a BKB Enigma? There's actually nothing, is there, on Newbee?
They have to try to split the fights and take them on from different angles, catch EG pretty much off guard. Arteezy does get silenced up by the Blood Right, but Sumail there with the heals.
EG are here ready to turn if Newbee come in too hard. You've got both Zai and Universe in the tree line behind the side of EG, keeping themselves hidden. And Newbee, I think they're aware. They hang around the tier 1 and they don't bite the bait too hard. They hold back.
They see the courier just went through both their wards with the actual BKB recipe on it, so they now know that Universe does have that one and may dissuade them from trying to take a head-on-head fight. So Bloodseeker going to be building toward a Radiance next, actually. Switches it up from the BKB that he had in quick buy.
Yeah, the Radiance, I mean, that's going to be nice for a numerous amount of reasons, really, isn't it? Something that they're going to hurt a little bit for the Ghost Shroud, something that just an extra thing that these two heroes, the Enigma and the Sand King, are looking to blink in. They have to now be aware of.
Just extra damage, easier ways for him to push out the waves, and he's probably thinking like BKB wouldn't really solve the issue that could happen in the fights where he's just going to get black holed.
And always the missed chance. You've got two cores that aren't going to be building MKB anytime soon. Maybe Arteezy down the line, but still has that Diffusal Blade queued up. Yet to invest, so we could see him change his mind at any time. SCCC as well, just working towards the safer part of his build. BKB next on the menu for the Queen of Pain, but EG
playing around their vision, making the smoke rotations. Every single one of their smokes has been to one of their observer wards that they placed aggressively in the enemy jungle.
And I think SCCC realizes, he said, look guys, the mid lane, the top lane, it's starting to push in, no one's cleaning it out, everyone's off the map. And this is obviously the weakness when you go for these 5-man smoke plays.
He draws a circle actually on top of all of EG. He knew exactly where their movement was coming.
I mean, at this state, what's the plan? Roshan is back up.
Yeah,
so
the
before
secondary one. This is where probably big next fight's going to happen.
Sure.
The Aegis and Cheese. It's hard for Newbee. They have to find some type of pickoff. If they can do some type of way to get vision into the backlines and find that Enigma, that's their biggest case scenario. Other than that, it's very hard for them to take team fights.
Kaka eyeing up potential onto Sumail. SCCC will blink away. They'll try and search in the tree lines here. There's the Force Forward to cut it in, and they know he's there. They've got the vision on him. He'll jump back, but there, with the Midnight Pulse and the Malefice, Universe has the control. And Kaka, can he do anything to escape out? He'll have the roll up again in 5 seconds. Does have the Yule Scepter, but he's just going to accept his fate and get beaten down upon by EG.
They're just trying to split up as much as possible on the side of Newbee. Radiance is now finished on the Bloodseeker, but fighting into this Blink, the Blink BKB Enigma is, they don't want to do it. And now out of this, EG pick up a nice DD rune for Arteezy, walk into the pit. Easy Aegis and Cheese coming out for them.
Absolutely, Newbee nowhere near the area. No chance of contesting it at this state with the items, and as you said, DD just being an extra bit of a bonus there for Arteezy. Grab the Aegis, Cheese goes the way of Sumail.
It's looking tough for Newbee. What's the solution? The solution versus the Enigma BKB is you gotta play around it somehow. But they're unable to really get any big opportunities around it. Because EG has been sticking mostly together. Not really giving Newbee any chance to get some pickoffs. BKB gonna be coming out for SCCC soon. So at least they'll have that for the Static Storm and for the Reaper Scythe, but it's still the problem.
They've nearly got the blink on fake, so that sort of catch, of course,
all right, so they've
could be crucial. If as you say, if they can get that jump onto Universe and keep him out.
They just don't have a way this time around for Newbee to get vision. There's no vision hero, where EG has the Wolves who have been constantly scouting out, and also they've had a bit of vision advantage in the game just through warding. Those deep aggressive wards in Newbee's jungle have been really hurting. We saw in that one big fight that Universe got the black hole. That's exactly what happened. It's because they had vision there.
Starting to amp up the pressure here in the middle lane. Sumail, Force and Lotus complete. I mean, he's feeling very safe at the moment.
Oh yeah. The Lotus Orb is super good versus both the Blood Right and versus the Queen of Pain Orchid, but also just in case, I mean, if he gets that Lotus and it gets, like, the Rupture comes out, Bloodseeker who's ruptured can't do anything in the fight.
Is there like an auto sort? I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. I want to keep this one because it's got so many good buffs on it. 15. I like that it adds to my mana pool.
EG definitely has that kind of read. They're all just kind of farming. They're in a position where they don't really know what they want to do, how they want to take the fights, because Blink BKB Enigma is just so damn threatening. And especially now, you know, Aegis and Cheese doesn't help either.
I mean, Universe as well, with the amount of space he's being given. Very, very close to having a full-out Octarine.
Almost Octarine
well.
with the level 18 on top, and he's already got the cooldown reduction talent on top. So when he's got level 18, it gets down to that, like, what, 98 second, I believe it is, or something. Very close to that duration, or 102 seconds.
And it really goes to show, again, how sort of passive this game has started to fall into this period. You look at all 6 cores, they're pretty much at the same pace. This is just, you know, 6 top-tier, best in the world players, just having all the space that they want and just hitting creeps. And no one's messing up, everyone's keeping at the same stage at this point of the game. EG overall, slight lead.
I would assume that EG probably feels a bit happier with the pace of the game. Like,
well, because of their heroes?
Perfect for them. Yeah, because they have they have the BKB Enigma. If you get to the point where you have Refresher 2 on top, it's like almost impossible for them to really take fights. And now with Aegis still online, with Assault finished up for Arteezy, they can try to take an engagement.
Let's see what they can get here.
Newbie still just, they know. They just hide inside their base, have 1 or 2 heroes split pushing. They have no intentions of taking fights versus EG.
No. As soon as those 5 heroes are off the map, Newbie seemingly playing a wedge. This SCCC still down bottom.
They might lose Kaka here. If he gets spotted out by Zai, it's a possibility.
I see they do scan.
They do get the scan.
Connects onto SCCC, and yeah, with a Midnight Pulse, they're going to catch him. There we go, straight away with the Black Hole. No messing around. Portal Smash will connect, but it's too late. The Queen of Pain's down, and Kaka with that play may have just paid with his own life. Will Yules up the SK to try and get around it, but you can't Yules underneath the Tornado. He's stuck in the kinetic field. EG, they're going to get both of them out of this push. They even bring in Samael to add a bit of extra pain there to the death of the Earth Spirit. Down for 70 seconds.
That map awareness.
These scans, you know, they can read it. They know that someone's hiding there, and who better to find than SCCC on the Queen of Pain? Massive catch.
Yeah, super worth it for EG to take engagements with one-man black holes like that. They know that there's no way Newbie wants to fight them, so spending it on just the main core hero is more than worth it. And now it's going to be Octarine finished up for Enigma, and they can start their tower siege on that tier 2 bottom, which that's all the outer towers.
Yep, they've got Assault Caress finished on Arteezy. Everything's ready to go for this. As you say, just no black hole, but with the position that they're in, definitely capable of taking a fight without that.
It's not going to take too long to come back up either. 90 seconds for this one, but the next one is 90 seconds after, but now the next one's going to be much faster with that Octarine finished up.
And 90 seconds in a game that's going at this sort of pace, it's not that much, as you say. It's the chance that anything crazy happens in favor of Newbie in 90 seconds.
They know the black hole's down. This is their time to try to make something happen.
But do they leave the base? It's still risky. It looks like, I mean, do they go out or do they just wait?
I think they have to try to make plays around the black hole timing. Like every single time it's down like that. It's going to get to a point where it's always going to be up. But they're struggling to get their waves out. The top wave and mid wave are out, but bottom now, they're going to have to show heroes.
And Newbie, understandably, very, very careful in this position. I mean, KP has the Abyssal. Arteezy himself, nearly BKB on top of the Assault Caress. And obviously with those 2 items, he's going to be feeling pretty invincible in these fights.
Yeah. So the farm, when you look at it, like you said, though, you look at the top 6, and it looks like Newbie can, you know, they're in a way to be able to contest, but it's just the threat of the black hole. Yeah. It's just how much it really can. It's not even the threat, it is the black hole because he has the BKB and the blink. And here we go, smoke, it's 20 seconds till it's up. They draw the line. They see the blood Bloodseeker bottom now too, so they know that he's not going to be in the fight right away.
This should be a successful move from EG. Newbie, are they ready for this? Kaka on the front at all. He's going to be the one to tank it. Jump forward straight away. They're looking for more. EG, they're not content with just one. They get the vision. Drag back KP. Held in the Midnight Pulse with the Necro units out as well. EG just ripping through this Bristleback, and KP's gone as well. Evil Geniuses.
Oh boy. It's looking impossible for Newbie to do anything. They don't even have to use Black Hole. At that time, it is just the threat of the Black Hole. Newbie has to completely disperse and unable to take any fight versus EG.
And of course, this push that EG are going to have, Assault Cuirass, the Necro units out, the sustain that Sumail can offer, it's going to be terrifying. They drop the Serpent Wards in an effort to push EG back, and it looks like that will actually do the job for now, as EG back away and aren't going to look to push in any further. But as you say, EG very, very comfortable with the position they're in. They can wait out these bigger items. Now they do have that BKB on RTZ, feeling that they're under no pressure whatsoever. They've got a 7k gold lead, not necessarily the biggest, but they know they take one fight with, or as we saw without that Black Hole, get the push on with the Necrobooks out. It's very hard for Newbie to put a stop to, and unless they have something like the Serpent Wards and the rest of their ultimates available.
I think Newbie might start trying to do some things that are desperate, because it's just looking to get worse and worse as the game progresses versus EG.
I mean, it really feels like, we saw Mugi absolutely have an incredible time in that top lane, but at this stage, it feels like the Bloodseeker is just struggling to offer anything. I mean, it feels like Newbie even realized it themselves, as they're not even actively trying to fight with or around the Bloodseeker. They're just sort of letting Mugi farm and just hoping for the best by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's the BKB that we were talking about. It's too much. They can't deal with it. They have no way to counter it. But now they're trying to bait SCCC mid. Maybe this could be the play that works for them.
BKB comes out, and now the potential turnaround. Universe will commit the Black Hole, but he didn't pop the BKB. It's silence. Now the turnaround. They will take down Sumail. Can they get anything more? RTZ pops the BKB, starts to chase towards Kaka. They found Faith. Kaka's going to be able to roll away safely. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment. Newbie with the edges. They've taken down Sumail. Now Zai jumps in looking for Mugi. Mugi will get taken down. Now it's EG getting the lead. SCCC trying to finish off crit. Earn a Shadow's heal. Not enough to keep the Disruptor alive. RTZ's lost the ultimate form. SCCC jumping back in. Kaka's there looking for the setup. Yules up onto Zai. They've got the control. Boulder Smash connects onto both. SCCC trying to finish him off, but Zai up to the high ground. Do they have the vision? They don't have any sentries down at that point, so Zai will be able to continue to run. KP though chasing down RTZ. 4 stack. Can Universe save him? He can't. Nothing he can do to keep KP off RTZ. And a beautiful fight there. I mean, as you said, it was absolutely the bait there from Newbie, encouraging them, EG, to go in on that kill. We saw, the confidence that EG had, just blowing that Black Hole on one target. Universe not even preemptively popping his BKB before committing, and then it just fell apart.
Don't think they expected everyone else to be there just because of the way Universe Black Hole did. You usually wouldn't see him make that kind of mistake. He must have thought, hey, it's just a Queen of Pain here, no one else is in the area. I don't want to waste my BKB, but definitely paying for that one, paying for that choice.
He's straight away going in, and immediately, once that BKB's not out, Blood Right, the pull from the Earth Spirit, it's all going to be there. And, being able to clean off the squishy backliners, they do get the one support. Kaka too elusive. And with fights like that, Newbie starting to close the gap back up. EG do still have the lead.
That's
Newbie, they're into the pit.
The dream scenario.
They're going to get it.
They get that fight happening. Universe doesn't click the BKB, of course, if they get the win in the fight, and Roche respawns right afterwards, so HSG is going in their favor. They could not have asked for something better than that.
Very well played sequence of events there from Newbie, but definitely had the potential for that to roll out because of EG overstepping the mark and getting a little too confident with the position they were in.
Yeah. They don't really have the craziest amount of damage in the Black Hole if there's someone who's BKB'd, if RTZ's not in position. So that fight, RTZ was far on the left side when the Black Hole came out. Of course, it got canceled instantly, but he also got Abyssal too. So they need to make sure if they do use the Black Hole on targets that are BKB'd, they need to have RTZ in range to be able to do those. But, of course, it's also the Black Hole lasts full duration.
I love this. I didn't know if he was going to do this, but he has gone for the Blink Abyssal. Go for it. He is literally just playing this game to get behind and on top of Universe.
It's something we consider that could be an option. He could try to get into it. Sometimes it's still impossible. If you place the Black Hole right on top of your tongue or just a little bit ahead of yourself, you actually can't get behind them to use that Abyssal Blade. But it's still not even a bad item pickup to be able to get into those back lines. If he's able to like blink into the back and Abyssal Blade onto like the Disruptor or something during some of those follow-ups, it can work really great for their follow-up.
BKB done. The Bloodseeker, you got to watch it as well for the durations of like universes. What's this down to now? He's only used the couple, the one, so it's just down to the 9. But once that starts to get low, there are going to be more and more openings for Newbee to fight around that threat.
They just, yeah, that's a big, I mean, it's a huge swing. It's almost 7,000 gold swings because of getting that Aegis and Cheese in that big fight. So now it puts EG in a little bit of a fearful position to play into it because you don't want to play with your black hole into multiple lives, and this is where Newbee's going to try to take advantage of it, because if the black hole does come off with the BKB, they don't have to cancel it now. They can wait for people to respawn and do that. Crit, trying to walk up. He's going to tank the game.
He's going to get jumped on. Will get the Glimmer Cape off and jumps back, but the Boulder Smash comes through. They're trying to turn around. The Universe coming in, but no! He gets it up, but it's only onto one. Will kill the Shadow Shaman, but overall, EG, they're falling apart. Samael's gone. Universe just has to TP out of there. RTZ trying to man up against SCCC, but he blinks away. Newbee just chase him down. Glimmer Cape is on him again. Crit will save him, but Crit pays with his life. And again, Newbee.
This is huge for Newbee now. They can actually go high ground.
Yeah,
there's no black hole now. The only threat is Epicenter.
No buybacks either on the 2 that are down. Will pop the Aegis there on the side. Zai trying to slow them down with the Burrow Strike. But I don't think Newbee will have any plans of backing up. They're going to stand their ground, push in onto the tier 3s here.
This could be
now. They just jump in with the Abyssal. The Boulder Smash comes through onto 2. Newbee, they're doing it here. They found nearly RTZ as well. No, the cheese comes out. RTZ will survive. Buyback forced out though from Zai. Newbee still clean up the melee racks in the middle lane. And Newbee, they played this game very patiently, and ever since that bit of a blunder from EG in the middle lane, Newbee getting the momentum back behind them now with the 2k gold lead themselves, and they're not done. They're moving down to the bottom lane. They
Black
really want to abuse this time. How long till Black Hole fall?
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
They got Shadow Shaman too. This is
going to be a second set of racks for Newbee here. No holding back. They are not leaving this base. Universe, 17 seconds to the black hole. Can they kill the threat? They can't. The melee racks are gone. They make the jump in onto KP. Can they actually get this kill? The Midnight Pulse is down. They do have the Reaper Sight. They'll bring down the Bristle. But 2 melee racks gone. Newbee, they've done their work. They're going to be all smiles at the moment, and Evil Geniuses are going to feel incredibly shaken up.
Incredibly impressive there, the way that they played around it. Universe unable to get the perfect black holes there, and Newbee just punishes it so heavily. It just shows, though, too, how much EG does rely on getting those black holes. So if they can put Universe in like a frantic position to be forced to use that, this is where they could shine.
And he comes in, and even though despite how close Kaka is only getting Faith, it was exactly what you said as well. He does it on top
of himself.
To make
I think
sure
he saw the
no
Abyssal.
cancel.
Yeah, he's making sure that it doesn't get canceled off.
But it meant that it wasn't good enough. And Newbee, yeah, look at that. Esther, he loves it.
A little bit of a victory dance.
He absolutely loves it.
That's got to feel good.
It absolutely has. In a game as well, 42 minutes again, only 19 to 12. But as we saw, ever since sort of the 10-minute mark, EG the ones to put their foot down. But bam, now Newbee taking down 2 melee racks in a fantastic position. I mean, EG, of course, they still have this incredible push. They take one fight, they get one big black hole. They can do the same that Newbee achieved to them. They can clean up 2 racks in a matter of a minute. But they need to find that fight, and at the moment, Newbee are not letting them get it.
EG wants to be the ones making the jump happen now. The last 2 times, it's been Newbee kind of like baiting / positioning EG into responding. Now EG wants to be the ones to be dictating it rather than that responsive, because that's where mistakes happen. Yeah. When you're forced to just react to people, you're just like in that frantic instinct kind of thing, and you jump in. That's where the mistakes.
And RTZ as well with his build, I think he realizes, they've got to just rely on getting one fight and pushing. He's looking to pick up the Desolator. Yeah. Just everything that they can get together to make sure that that one fight they win, that's when they close the game up.
He's all their physical damage too. Everyone else is magical on the side of EG, so he knows his job. He knows what he needs to be doing in this game.
And we did see, of course, in that last fight, RTZ is still incredibly scary for Newbee. They have to keep their distance. But once his sort of backlines fall down around him, he doesn't have the control to hold someone like SCCC in place. We saw, last fight, the Queen of Pain being 1 hit away from being taken down, but the blink
Newbie's got their lanes in
Too
good
much.
positions.
And there's the jump. Look for the free pick on to start things off. Crit. Can he get out? He cannot. Or maybe he can. Wait with the Glimmer Cape. No, SCCC waiting on the high ground. Will bring him down. 50 seconds. Crit does have buyback available. And EG, of course, will be doing everything to make sure they're not mega creeped. They do have that top lane fairly pushed out. Tier 2 still standing.
That's Triple C already. He's like, yeah, we need to force this top lane, actually. It's really important for them to do that. 30 seconds till Crit respawns. We have Universe is about...
He's close.
He's like 1,300 gold away from the refresher, so they will have that the threat of the double black hole, but it's still about landing it. And if Newbie still, I think that's the best way for them to take these fights is to run in and force EG's hand, rather than EG just taking the pick when they want to and playing around their vision. Right now, it's very limited, actually, for EG. It's pretty much just those wolves walking around and that one ward that they did place just before during that push. So with those two side lanes always pushing in, and Newbie always has a lot of information on the map and allows himself to accrue a bigger and bigger advantage during this downtime.
And you can see EG with the smoke. They were hoping that Newbie would come in for that tier 2 push, but Newbie, they're smarter than that. They're not going to just throw themselves in. I mean, now they'll come forward. Sumail has revealed. They keep KP on the front lines.
SCCC is a big threat now, too. 6 slotted, well, he can still replace the Veil, but with the Mjolnir finished up and the level 25 60% lifesteal talent, that can be another factor they have to add in.
But he's massive. Yeah. He really is. 24,000 net worth, 45 minutes in. I said at the start I was excited to see this. This is something we've seen in the past. SCCC, definitely one of his flashiest and finest heroes, the Queen of Pain, and this game looking to be no exception.
This is the perfect time for Newbie to start pressuring like this. It's the double catapult wave, the first one of the game. The starts coming out. You see the two side lanes being heavily forced in, and top lane will meet there with the double catapult as well. They can start to set up that siege.
What do EG do? They are holding close to them dearly, this tier 2 tower. Newbie being so safe with the way that they slowly siege this top lane.
SCCC's not even with his team right now. He's farming jungle. He's trying to get as much as he can during that downtime. Should be able to claim the tier 2 here. Maybe they don't expect EG to commit super hard on the defense, but EG is. And now SCCC starts to make his movement back over.
The wards do get farmed up very quickly there by EG.
The side lanes, though, that's the issue. The catapults start hitting on the shrines in the mid lane, so Shrine is almost actually brought down. At about 150 life, and the bottom wave.
Oh, they've actually found him here. They jump, they find him in the trees. They have the shackle onto Zai. RTG pops the BKB, now make the lead foot onto favor. SCCC comes on the back line. Universe will hold him in place with the BKB black hole. Have they got the damage to finish off? Yes, they have. Zai comes in with the AP. Hey, Vulgenius they found two. Can they get KP as well? Sumail has to keep his distance. They've lost RTZ. RTZ does not have buyback. Moogie manning up with the BKB, looks towards Zai. Will get the kill, gets the heal, keeps himself alive. KP moving in onto Sumail. Reaper side, not enough to bring down the Bristle. The mana,
oh my god,
the tower hits, is it enough? KP will finally go down. Universe does it there with the Midnight Pulse. EG have lost 3, but at the same time bringing down 3 members of Newbie themselves.
But EG's base, it's getting destroyed by these creeps and catapults.
I mean, as we can see, their gold does slightly favor EG. You know, it's because of the fact that they were behind. Being able to kill SCCC on the Queen of Pain is amazing, but Moogie, he escapes alive. RTZ loses his life again, and as you say, the pressure still certainly on for EG. So whereas they may have been able to slow down Newbie's advance onto the base, unlikely that anything's going to happen whilst these Newbie heroes are down because of their own casualties.
The big thing for EG there now is that Universe will have Refresher for the next upcoming engagements.
I mean, look at this here. We're going to be able to get a shot at Universe's perspective. Comes in, looks to the side, realizes, bam, he can commit onto this Queen of Pain.
He's still always, you see how he's using the black hole every time. He places it right on top of stuff, just to make sure that that Bristleback can't blink and get the Abyssal Blade off. Very important to note those things.
Still, as we say, Newbie still with the lead.
Brosh is back. Mr. Brosh is another Aegis and Cheese. Since we are past that 40-minute mark for quite a bit now, we do have the double runes that will be playing into favor. And oh look, a DD right outside the pit.
Perfect timing here. Newbie, they are going to have everyone back up. Same to be said for Evil Geniuses, but Newbie already closer to the pit. And EG having to deal with these lanes, being pushed in by the super creeps. There's very little chance that EG can contest this Roshan, and there should be a free Aegis and a cheese into the pockets of Newbie. They'll make a scan. EG starting to move a couple over, but it's not going to be anywhere.
The cheese is still on the ground. Oh, they actually pick it up. Arteezy almost got the
It looked like he was going to be able to deny it.
Yep. SCCC actually picked it up. It looked like he was leaving it for somebody else, but after they didn't grab it right away, he's like, no. Now he passes it over to Mugi.
They need one more of those black hole holds. And this is the thing, as we've seen. Universe, he needs to catch the cores.
Yeah.
And when he does it, it's because of the placement that he has to go for. It's so hard for him to get anything more than just that. But taking down one core can certainly put a hold to the push that Newbie try and bring up.
And it's thankful this time that they have the Refresher versus the Aegis and Cheese. So now they at least have those 2 black holes versus the multiple lives that Newbie will have. EG. Looks like they're trying to take an unexpected fight at this tier 2 with the way Universe was positioned. But now they've shown all their faces. So now Zai actually also has a Lincoln Spear picked up. So now if Zai throws the Lincolns on Universe, they actually cannot.
Oh, they're opening up here. Black Hole will be committed onto KP. They're trying to burst down the Bristle on the sidelines.
He gets the cheese off though.
Gets the 2-man burst coming in. The cheese comes out. The Son of a Universe with a Refresher. Black Hole is caught 2. Has a corner SCCC, but will bring down Mugi. But Evil Geniuses, they've lost 2. Buyback immediately on both Sumail and Universe. They'll try and re-enter the fight. Sumail falling down low. Burrow Strike comes down from Zai. They will fight KP a second time. Silence is now onto the Queen of Pain. The Midnight Pulse bringing SCCC down low. He'll lose the Aegis. He's gone. Buyback from Crit. The Eidolons are out. Can they get back in on this? Mass buyback from Newbie. They want to finish this game off. SCCC jumps forward. Will have the Shadow Strike reflected back to him.
This is their time to end it. They know that even Bristle buyback. Look, yeah, they know there's no black holes. Every single ulti.
Fully in Newbie. Can EG really hold? 60 seconds until the black hole's back. 60 seconds before Arteezy's back in the game.
This is a double catapult wave as well that's going to be coming in for the 50-minute mark.
Zai just doing everything he can to slow them down. Jumps in with a bonus strike. The Midnight Pulse bringing Mugi down low, but the wards are there. Fave kept the shackles, but the force back keeps him alive. But turning around with the boulder pull does silence the Sand King. Fave goes Scepters, drawing their attention towards the side. Zai with the Sandstorm and the Malefice is enough to bring down Fave. They pull down the Shaman. SCCC jumps in. BKB's pop. Turning towards Universe. Universe keeping himself alive with the Midnight Pulse and the Ultra Recoil. SCCC blinks away. Arteezy's back in the game.
Back
up. SCCC comes back. Crit brings him back in. Arteezy takes him down. SCCC's gone, but he did not buy back for that affair. He was already alive, so he is not on the dieback. And that cost 4 buybacks from Evil Geniuses, an incredibly costly hold, but a hold that they did have to fully commit to. And it did work. They keep those racks alive. And now we're at the point where those ultimates are going to come back into play. Black Hole is there for Universe. 20 seconds and he's got the Refresher as well.
Newbie's in a threat now of they could, you know, if they lose a couple heroes, they can just lose the game. They expended majority of their buybacks too. Like you said, the Queen of Pain did not, but the Bloodseeker, I believe, what? We had Bloodseeker buyback, Bristle buyback, and the Shadow Shaman buyback.
I mean, you kill the Bloodseeker, you knock him down for 2 minutes. EG.
They're looking to force it.
Can they really turn this? They're sitting at a 10k gold. They are down 2 racks and that top 3, you know, the top racks, they are now exposed.
You see this top fight again. Just able to get the cheese off on KP here was super crucial in the fight. Secondary black hole, excellent, but SCCC just demolishing Universe during that, but all the buybacks forced out.
And now here we go. EG, they're knocking on the doorstep of Newbie, pushing down the middle lane. Nice bit of goal there for Mugi as he cleans up the Eidolons with the Blood Right. But EG, you know, they have to commit pretty hard for this. There is definitely an opportunity to take this game if they can bring down Mugi.
Level 25 Bloodseeker.
Oh, Universe puts the KP preemptively, tries to get the jump, he found the black hole. It is onto KP, so they actually have the damage to finish him off. Zai comes in with the epicenter.
He found him! Oh, he saves him! Oh my god!
It keeps KP alive! Beautiful play from Kaka! He managed to save him there. The second up black hole for Universe is down. They've lost 2. Sonic Wave flies through from SCCC. Triple kill for Mugi. EG are all dead. And GG
Kaka, are you kidding me?
Kaka! What a play there. The Aghanim Xur Spirit, I believe he only just picked it up. Oh, keeping KP alive.
My god, that was absolutely beautiful.
Wow. And with that, that's EG down, knocked down to the lower bracket. Newbie with an incredibly deserved victory. 2-0.
We talked about the Blink BKB Enigma so much, but that was just damn impressive how Newbie played around it. Small mistakes from EG costing them heavily, but Newbie recognized what they wanted to do in this game. They had to change the pace and make sure they were the ones causing the fights to happen, and that's what they did.
Absolutely. Wow. I mean, Newbie, what a series for them to open up their run here at TI7, 2-0ing EG down to the lower bracket. And we saw that, I mean, the end of that game, EG certainly gave it their all. There were big attempts. Universe very nearly finding the black holes to seal the deal, but Newbie, they were just a step ahead from the Blink to the Abyssal plays. And that final, that Kaka with the Ags. There was just nothing they could do. I mean, I think they saw it. They probably didn't realize what was going on. They were like, hang on. Suddenly this Bristlebite that we're throwing everything on has turned into a stone and is sliding back towards the fountain.
Absolutely perfect timing. That was incredibly well played by Newbie. EG had very high moments, but just the small things, that's what matters here at the International.
Wow. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Newbie 2-0 against Evil Geniuses. We're going to head back to the panel, see what Day9 and the lads have to say about that one. PPD, how are you doing, boy?
Oh. What a game. What a game. That was stressful to watch because it was a game about Universe. It was a game about being able to get the black holes that were needed, all the itemization that we saw on the side of Newbie, the Abyssal Blade, and Blink, just to be able to have someone to disable Enigma during the black hole. Oh my gosh, and I cannot believe the clutch saves that came out of Newbie in that game.
The end of the game just had me screaming.
I know.
That is probably the play of the day, potentially the play of the tournament.
Yeah,
for sure.
That Brick did not have buyback.
Especially when the game started with, like, it was very good for Newbie with the like lanes. They had almost 3 guys mid. They had the Rasta nuking the mid hero for EG, Sumail, and they even had ES walking around and sniping couriers. So after that, to get into the game with the black holes to a turn for Newbie after that was just amazing.
I mean, PPD was saying this right at the start of the match. There's no real answer to black hole on the other team.
I couldn't believe they managed.
Yeah.
I can't believe they managed to win that game. That was, I don't know. I thought that EG had it for sure. Like Universe was going to clutch up and just multi-hero black holes every single time.
And that was the story of the mid game too. There were so many successful black holes where Newbie looked helpless, but what an unbelievable comeback.
Yeah. There were a lot of close ones. One where he popped the cheese right before the refresher came out. He was really close to catching Queen of Pain and another hero, but instead he just got one, and the Queen of Pain just went rampant in the team fight. That game was tight.
I mean, with so many incredible moments, I'm excited to hear Purge's thoughts on the match. What went right and what went wrong for the teams?
Well, there was a lot of really good game plan out of EG here. In the draft, they basically aimed for the mid game. Newbie's plan was all about the lanes, basically. Amplify their Bloodseeker, give him what they needed, maybe shut down Sumail on the Necrophos. We saw that many times. Mugi got a solo kill on Universe just by having insane damage potential. Universe not realizing just how big of a threat that was. He ended up dying here. SCC, Zai did a great job, by the way, zoning and what the Earth Spirit was trying to do to accomplish by roaming mid, but ultimately Queen of Pain is way too much to handle, and he ends up dying here as well. So across the board, it was a pretty big gold advantage, actually, about a 2K advantage, or 3K advantage on 9 minutes. But the advantage that EG had that really pushed them into the big lead this game was a mobility advantage. And a lot of that's around Glimpse from Disruptor, because if a core is pushing in a bad place, then EG can always bring him back and guarantee a kill. So we started seeing this as the team fights happen. EG got a little lucky with showing up at this Roche fight, but the important thing is that mobility advantage ends up killing one hero at the start, and they use their much superior team fight, which hurt them in the laning stage, to easily win fight after fight after fight. Saw the same thing in this second clip, if it'll play. Again, Shadow Shaman dying right at the start of the fight, which ended up giving them a great team fight. So ultimately what finally put them on the back foot, which is them getting 2-raxed, was only the one-man black hole. But I think even if he caught the Earth Spirit in this, maybe they kill 2 heroes. This is the point of the game where finally Newbie has the mobility advantage back from their opponents. They have BKBs, they're going to run their opponents down, and if you don't kill at least 1 core at the start, it's going to lead to this situation where Newbie eventually catches up, ends up winning the team fight, and possibly even gets 2 racks. So this was the big turning moment in the fight that got Newbie into the lead.
And boy, did they take advantage of it. I mean, it's one thing to find an edge in a team fight. It's another thing to convert that into the double barracks kill they managed to pull off. Now, given that we have had Evil Geniuses and Team Liquid fall to lower brackets, we now have 2 Chinese teams who have advanced. And here to talk to the winner from Newbie, we got Casey with Faith.
And Jack will be helping us translate. Faith, congratulations. The panelists were just talking about how exhausting and exciting it was to watch that second game. At one point, it looked like EG was going to be making a comeback. How much did patience play a factor in your strategy to come back and win?
就是恭喜你们1-0战胜EG，然后刚才那场比赛特别精彩，特别激烈。他们想问的就是，第二场比赛就是有时候看上去好像EG快要翻盘，你们有一段时间局势也有点烈，那你们是如何找到就是胜利的就如何打出胜利的那场？
就是他们那个谜团很肥，除了跳到 BB 以后，我们就是不好打前手或者去集火那个 NEC， 然后。有一波他们中路那个 NEC 被我们抓了，然后那个谜团就差不多没开 BB， 然后空拉的那个 QP 被打断了，然后我们把他杀了，带了个盾，然后后面就好打了。
So about that Enigma, he was very farmed. He had like BKB and Refresher. So at that point, we realized that we had to focus our fire on Necrophos. There was that one fight mid where the Enigma jumped, ulted without the BKB, so we were able to break that with the Queen of Pain and able to kill them there and kill the Necrophos as well. So that gave us the opportunity after that to get the Aegis and be able to win it going forward.
You're facing IG next. You won TI2 with IG. I have two questions about that. First, how does it feel to face a team that you've already played when they've gone the entire way? But secondly, how do you think TI has changed as far as the style and level of play over the last several years?
那么当然你也是2012年的 TI 冠军那往年你是 IG 的队员，下一轮你们的对手便就是你的老俱乐部 IG， 所以对于这方面你有些什么样的感受？再加上作为一名老选手，以前也得过冠军的你觉得这几年 TI 有些什么样的变化让你比较深刻的感到？
我也很开心吧，就他们也赢了 Liquid， 就是下一个对手也是中国队，然后现在就是TI 办的可能就是越来越好了。
I'm really happy to be facing up against them. They beat Liquid, and we're glad to be playing another Chinese team up next. And the TI has just been getting better and better over the years.
I know you all boot camped together. You went 1-1 against IG in group stage. Did you learn anything differently once you saw them in group stage versus what you knew before as far as their style and level of play heading into TI?
那么就是国队今年基本上就是在国内一起训练的，备战 TI 那么就是你们在小组赛也对战过 IG， 好像是打了1-1平。那么你们从小组赛跟他们交锋时，有没有学到一些或者看到他们别的一些战术？
然后他们就是有一套狼人夜魔蝙蝠，感觉压制力特别厉害，因为小狼可以开视野，然后他们开过去抓人的时候命中率特别高。
They have one combination with the Lycan, the Bat Rider, and the Night Stalker that we feel is really strong. With the Wolves on the Lycan being able to provide vision, they're very good at ganking and just controlling vision and kind of controlling off of that. So it's something that's very strong and you'll have to be prepared for.
Jack, thank you. Faith, congratulations. We look forward to chatting with you again, and we'll send it back to you, Sean.
Thank you so much. I'd like to stress again, I cannot believe how calm Newbie played during that entire game, especially with the black holes. Truly just unbelievable that they were able to convert in that position. I mean, I'm surprised at how calm Faith actually is after that match. I would be losing my mind.
He is an experienced veteran. This is not his first time on the TI stage. He's very comfortable with winning.
Well, are you allowed to get excited at any point if you're a player?
I don't think, not until you win.
I remember at TI5 when you guys won, you just looked tired.
Well, we were a different kind of a team. We don't get that excited.
Yeah, his feelings are all just crumpled up and dead in there. Just want to play Dota.
Dota playing machines, right?
That's
what
fantastic.
Said. Dota playing robot, or what did he say?
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just that every team really wants to win. So, like, no one is just satisfied to win this series to get into the top 6, because getting top 6 is like, sure, it's good, but you really want to win, right?
You guys are like way more calm and steely than I am. I would be freaking out like every 15 minutes of every single game, maximum emotion.
Not a lot of teams showed up here to get top 6.
It's the reason I'm not in the top 6 of TI.
Maybe next year, man.
Maybe next year. I don't know.
Open qualifiers are available to anyone.
I believe in myself. I play with a jungling Bloodseeker who goes Radiance before boots. Now, there is an interesting little piece that was made as PPD, you may very well know.
It's very
5 for EG.
Very well fitting for what just happened.
Of course, PPD was asked to give a little feedback to 2015's PPD. Let's see what Peter had to say to himself.
Hello? Peter? This is Peter. Peter who? How'd you get this number? I'm you from the future. Listen, we need to talk about Arteezy. He's gonna leave the team. What are you talking about? He already left the team. No. He's going to join EG again and then leave again for Team Secret. What? Does I go too? He takes Universe this time. He takes Universe? Don't worry about Universe. He's only gone for a month. Did you kick Aoi yet? Well, I kicked Aoi? Why would I do that? You know, you and him didn't get along too well. Should I kick Aoi? Huh. It's up to you, but I can help you win TI6 if you want. Wait, who wins TI6? Wings. Who's Wings? Listen, if all else fails, you might need to make a new team. What happened to EG? Well, you own EG now. Makes sense. So, where are you now? I'm at TI7. How do we do in groups? EG's doing well, but you're not playing. You're working main stage panel.
You're working main stage panel.
Panel?
Ah, what a monument to vanity for PPD. Oh.
What am I doing up here?
This is the only time that this live audience here has actually clapped to us.
Go EG.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, PPD, one of the top 15 panelists in the world, here today. Well done, well done. Did you ever think that you would climb all the way to the pinnacle of the Dota 2 community and be on this panel?
Did you?
That's right. Every 3K player has his dreams.
Hey, you inspire everybody else. It's possible, right?
Yes, I believe. Dude, Merlini, tell me what you thought of PPD talking to himself there, man. You think he had good judgment to his past self?
That was a brilliant piece. I forgot all the things that happened.
Yeah.
It's only been 2 years.
God, that was great.
I was just trying to chill out and just play some Dota, you know, grab some W's along the way, maybe a couple of championships. It's tough out there, you know. Everybody's hungry to win.
Now, of course, with EG going to lower brackets, this means that we are done with the upper bracket matches for today. Now we begin the best of one eliminations. Yes, I see the thumbs up. What are the thumbs up for?
I'm just ready to see some hearts break, that's all.
That's so savage.
It's the most exciting part of the tournament. You know, when people are fighting for their lives, you know, the elimination part is really the exciting part. Like, sure, EG and Liquid lost today, but we'll see them again tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's part of what I love so much about these competitions is those super tense moments like the Universe Black Hole. Just all the focus was on how that went, and Newbie was able to capitalize. And now every single match in lowers, we are going to be playing today back to back to back. And, of course, are there any specific people who are in lowers that surprise you?
Obviously, OG.
Obviously, I mean, that's a gimme.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little surprised to see Empire there. I expect them to be bottom two.
Yeah.
But I think Resolution's a big improvement.
Right.
Anyone else?
Well, right now we have Team Secret versus Execration, which will be the next match on the stage. Cloud9 versus Team Empire, OG versus Infamous, and IG Vitality versus Digital Chaos.
If there's like any other team that I would say, then it's like Secret that actually, at least I thought we're gonna make it to the upper bracket, but they've been kind of shaky the past months. But I really think that they would make it to upper bracket with their newest addition.
They were
Yapzor.
very dominant in the EU qualifiers. Yapzor, one of the best position 4s out there, in my opinion. They find themselves in the lower bracket, but I think they're probably.
Nekora, my mother of death, is not the only god, exile. The Karui are watched over by many. Namahu lends us fire, which illuminates the path. Tafor gives us the trees and birds that line the path, so that we may enjoy beauty and peace. Tukohama provides us with weapons and knowledge of war, which lets us walk the path safely. And in the final days of this world, Kitava, whose
Hi, David.
hunger knows no
How are you?
bounds, will take it all away. Return when you can pay the silver.
Wow. How dare you?
I will see you again.
Okay, somebody said that I should look at totem support. Instead of using the skill, you will summon a totem that uses the skill for you. Ah. That sounds pretty awesome. Okay, wait. So I'm like barely using Fireball. Maybe if I do like that and then that. Oh no, there's no line between them. Shit. Work with this. There we go. So now I'll summon a totem that shoots fireballs for me. Do that. Okay, I think we're good, yeah?
Farewell.
So now, yeah. Okay. Yes. Wait, where are the rest of my boys? There you are. What happened here? Did you get confused? Yes. This is great. I'm into all of this. No fear. Verse, thank you so much for the 2 months.
couple of teams the past years. First, he played with Na'Vi, super successful. After that, he played with Secret with a team, super successful. After that, he swapped the team to another Secret team, also very successful. Like, he's been the part of like a lot of different successful teams, so you can't really say that he's been lucky to be in a team that the others have been good. So he really has this like star vibe about him.
Only one other 10K player in the world, excuse me, no, 2 other 10K players in the world, and will it be enough for them to win this match? Their opponents will be Team Execration. Team Execration, second to last in their groups, but they did go 5-11, taking many games off top teams along the way and narrowly making their way to the main event in lower bracket today. Who are the players to look for on Team Execration, which is a team that doesn't have as much name recognition as a team secret?
Definitely one of the teams I know the least about. I know that Raging Potato has one of the worst usernames in all of Dota. But they managed to get a couple of victories throughout the group stage that had a huge impact on the standings. I know they took the game off of OG when OG needed it most.
Yes.
So definitely capable of putting up some big wins, especially in this best-of-1 format.
Of course, especially when you're playing at these stakes, it doesn't matter if your record is a poor one because every single win is representative of incredible strength. And to get you a little bit more insight into Team Execration, we have an interview with Raging Potato himself with Casey.
So you were already on Execration back in 2014.
Yeah.
You left to return to Mineski, and now you're back. What brought you back to Execration?
At first, I was planning to have a little break. I'm not even planning to play in the TI qualifiers. I feel at loss at that moment because I'm really tired about going back and forth to Malaysia and Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Because we're boot camping in Malaysia when I'm in Mineski.
So what changed your mind? Coming back to Dota? And...
The Execration manager was way back friend of mine. That's why he kept on insisting that I should play even just for the qualifiers.
And how did it feel coming back for the qualifiers?
I gave it my all because at first we're like having troubles with our players, having communication issues in the team. Then I started to think harder and harder how to win a slot for us.
What are your goals for how far you want to get in TI? I mean, a lot of people are calling you the big underdogs here. Do you think that you might surprise people?
It really depends on how the team's mood and environment in the day. It's like some of my players are like, one of them is like, this is his first LAN tournament. He never went out of the country, and now here he is in the biggest tournament. I know he's feeling scared.
So how are you helping him through that?
Giving him some advice, even in our scrimmage, I can feel his stance. Trying to calm him somehow.
Yeah. So we mentioned earlier that you played on Mineski. You were there for many years. It was a 6-player roster. So you ended up, while being captain, rotating through a lot of different positions. That also sounds exhausting to me. How did you do it, and what did that teach you as a player?
He just taught me that it's like you're going to a war. You need to be ready. It's like you need to adjust because you're the one who has the most experience of them all. So it's like from being captain, there's one player going inside the team that has an ego issue. That's why me myself, I have to step down as the captain so he can feel that he's under control of the team. Then going back and forth in any other position when the other players cannot play that position. I'm trying my best to understand them all inside the team.
Yeah. Bonus question, what should I name my baby?
Khaleesi.
How do you spell that?
I don't really know. Just pop up in my mind.
Khaleesi?
Yeah.
I'm writing it down.
I can't believe you would trust someone named Raging Potato to name your baby. But then again, now that I think of it, pretty much everyone's ID is either the coolest ID ever or the dumbest ID ever.
Where do you rate yours on that scale?
Oh, probably on the low scale, because I wanted to be cool, like the top Korean players in StarCraft that had like the one-word names. And when I was 14, I was like, I want a one-word name. I'm going to be Day. But it was taken, so I just put a 9 with brackets and was like, and we're done, and I haven't changed it in about 20 years.
It's one of the better stories I've heard, actually, about your names. So, pretty cool, man.
That's
pretty
great.
cool.
I mean, what about Merlini? Was it just Merlin? And
I was playing EverQuest and I come up with a name. This name I came up with. 7th grade.
Wait, no, you just glossed over and I came up with it. Like, so you're in EverQuest, you're at like the character creation menu.
I pressed randomize a couple of times. I don't know if there was randomize there, maybe there was. And then they were all awful. It's like, oh, I'm a wizard. I'm going to do that.
So you did Merlin?
Yeah.
Knee.
Yep.
Was Merlino or Merlina?
I never tried them.
Never, no. The first
could be
value
different
choice.
right here.
That's great. And what is Ake?
It's my surname, Axterhall, so it's
Oh.
quite boring, I guess, in a way.
No, you were born with the cool name. It's totally great. It works great. And of course, PPD, Peter Pandam.
What's up, man? How's
I
it
would
going?
be interested in hearing where PPD came from.
You know, I don't really like to admit it, so.
But we're going to have you in front of this live audience. Just admit it.
Jean-Claude Van Damme? Peter Pan Damme?
Come on, build a bridge for me.
I don't know, that's it. I thought it sounded cool, so I went with it.
So you thought Jean-Claude Van Damme sounded cool, and you said, I got to be a little bit more like that, so Peter Pan Damme.
Yeah, and then I shortened it to PPD when I came to Dota because I needed a cool 3-letter name like everybody else.
That's right, because then it creates a little allure and mystery, and then they get that reward of understanding Jean-Claude Van Damme is behind it all.
This was a great segment.
This
I'm glad
was a
we
successful conversation.
Let's talk about the teams or something, man. This is
You
awful.
know what, PPD? That's a great idea. And in fact, I want to come straight to what was being talked about by Raging Potato in that interview where he was speaking to the emotions of teams because, I mean, you've heard the calm, cool, collected attitude of many of our panelists, but it is a very common occurrence that players, especially in team games, get upset. For example, if you've ever played in a pub match of Dota, sometimes people get a little upset at their team. What? And yeah, every now and again, and sometimes it's totally my fault, and I'm like super sorry. But, I mean, I was really shocked, honestly, when all of you were just talking about how calm you were in terms of drafting and playing on the big stage. But it seems like this really is an issue for Execration that could arise.
It's very surprising to hear that actually one of the players there, that his first tournament outside of his home country is TI. Like, I would never want to be at my first big tournament and then it's TI.
Yeah.
That's going to be amazing for him in, I don't know if it's a good way or bad way, but...
At least he's at TI,
yeah.
Right? And there's a bunch of players who want to be here that aren't here.
For sure.
But, I mean, in terms of, like, how this actually impacts the game, when there's two people who are trying to call shots, two people who are trying to, in a sense, captain the team, do you find this can ever work, or is it more beneficial to have one shot caller?
I think it can work. I think having, like, two leaders is pretty good, especially somebody, you know, on the support side who's directing the early game, and then you have a carry who kind of knows where the game is headed and how strong they are. Generally, they're the ones that need to identify timings of, hey, I'm ready to fight. And you have that secondary leader who can back up that first leader's decision, or they can make a decision together.
Right.
The only thing that everyone needs to know is when you have to decide which ID that you have to go for. So you have to have a real captain, but then you can have other people who can come in with IDs as well.
Everybody contributes, but it is important to have somebody who pulls the trigger.
Yeah. Because if there's no authoritative voice in the team, it's so easy for any sort of panic or different contrasting decision-making to kick in.
It sounds tough for Raging Potato. I think he has a really tough job because he plays core, and then he has to manage his other teammates, and that guy's crazy. He's like the offlane cuckoo.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the things that he's going to be up against is Puppey, who is a pretty legendary name in the Dota community. And I'm very excited to see how the two captains will match up against one another. Let's go straight into game one, the only game between Team Secret and Execration.
Team Teams versus Execration. Game 1.
Puppey, of course, legendary drafter. Long before I even knew how to play Dota, the name of Puppey surpassed the game itself, and I constantly heard about how brilliant of a strategist he was in that drafting phase. And I've never really gotten to talk to anyone about what it is that makes him so exceptional.
Sometimes he has his weaknesses. Sometimes he's really, really good. He knows exactly what to do at the right time. He'll tell you specifically what item to build, where you need to be if he thinks that you aren't going to do the right thing. So I think that's one thing he does very, very well is micromanage.
Yeah. Very strong personality. I would say he's a bit arrogant at times. A little like bullheaded, I guess.
A weakness he has is that he's a bit stubborn. So even if he like loses with some lineup a couple of times, he still wants to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like the exact skill trait that would make you a good captain, which is looking at 4 other unbelievable players and saying, I know exactly what you should do, right? That can possibly get in the way of decision-making at other points. We see the usual bans, Nyx Assassin, Faceless Void, Puck, and Lich for the most popular picks that we've seen.
But a very unusual first pick, having that Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple of first-pick Witch Doctors in this tournament. Not the biggest fan of the pick, but it reminds me of like an Ogre as well. We see it a little bit from VP. It's a hero they like to first pick a lot. It's very, I don't know, it doesn't show a lot, and now they can use this second pick to really pick something that matches up well against the Sand King and Lycan.
And it's going to be a Bat Rider, who's been an extremely popular pick throughout this entire tournament. Essentially a character based much around his ultimate of Lasso, snatching a single character and drawing him out to the rest of your team so that you're only fighting 5-on-4s for the rest of the game.
He lanes very well versus both Sand King and Lycan, and some BKB lockdown with the Lasso for Lycan when he eventually picks up that item will be very useful.
It seems like Secret really wants to have strong lanes, because Witch Doctor is also one of the strongest laning heroes with his cask, and also the sustain he has with his heal.
We might see some weird heroes in this matchup too. I think Secret, they've been first phase in PL, which only a couple of teams have been doing. I also think we could potentially see a Huskar pick coming out from either team in this matchup too.
It is a best of one.
Yep.
We have seen some Huskar cheese in the past.
We have.
So I don't know if this is a incorrect assessment, but as I was slowly learning more and more Dota and just occasionally watching esports matches where Secret was in attendance, it always seemed like they would be one of the teams most comfortable with picking non-meta heroes. I mean, is that correct? I mean, I've just seen some drafts that are nuts. I've heard some commentators talk about it in the games.
Goes back to what he said about Puppey being stubborn. Like, if he thinks his hero is good, he's going to pick it, whether or not everyone else is not going to pick it, or everyone else thinks it's terrible.
And that's what Ake was talking about earlier today, is you don't want to chase anybody. You want to create your own path. You want to win with the heroes that you think are good, and then watch everybody else try and figure you out.
Well, thus far, no team is really betraying.
We've had a lot of heroes
out of
picked.
Control, yeah.
I mean, what do we have, like 107, 108 total heroes
Yeah,
picked?
we're currently at 108 of 112. They don't have Bane, who's my favorite hero. I love Bane.
Bane's actually not bad. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him at some point. He's just, there's other heroes that kind of fill the same roles that he does a little bit better. What do we got here? We got some bans, Invoker Sven, and then a Quap, and then wait on this last one here. That's Sven ban against with Lycan. Once again, we saw it from EG in the last series. Queen of Pain banned out. Queen of Pain lanes pretty well against Bat, but I doubt Bat would go mid.
Usually in the offlane, I guess.
Haven't seen Bat mid in a long time.
Omni ban.
Are they afraid of Huskar, that they will pick it since they banned Omni Knight? Omni Huskar?
Omni Huskar, is that a thing?
Not with Lycan, I think.
Yeah, I think Huskar Lycan would be a little bit too much raw damage and not enough control. Lycan really loves heroes that can set up kills for him.
Secret been picking some Necrophos as well, right? They really like to have these active carry heroes.
Necrophos is great versus Lycan.
Yeah.
Big fan. You can make yourself ethereal and be immune to Fizzler. Nobody can right-click you.
The get-out-of-jail-free card. And of course, in the ethereal form, you get the massive bonus heals.
Yes.
The first time that I saw that happen, I thought someone was legitimately cheating.
Well, we haven't
he just like went into ethereal form and popped a wand, was at full health. I was like, oh!
It's a little bit out of control, I think, but that's why he's getting picked. He's good right now.
Any potential to see Brood in this best of one?
Up against Bat Rider and Witch Doctor, potentially.
Почему до сих пор не сделал? Ну, по крайней мере, отключил сообщение, как видите. Хотя бы, чтобы, ну, на время интернешнала не было сообщений с подписок.
Добрый початок.
Слишком громко, блядь. Надо сделать тише. Ну, будет мешать. Неизбежно. Если будет много подписок. Так всегда, ну. Если ты не думаешь, что будет много донатов, и, ну, если ты не думаешь, что они будут мешать, ну то что, донатов будет всем очень здравствуйте. много. Ну и тогда, если ты думаешь, доброго времени бытия, как бы будет мало подписок, то подписок будет много. Он не может отсвечивать все события в жизни везде. Я не могу стримить по БГ 1080p. Я могу стримить по БГ предупреждать любые неудобства. И выйдет там новое поколение. Сложно будет. Хуя себе, СФ. Интересно, интересно. Ну, пока у Дайра что-то выглядит очень слабо. Собственно, как я говорил, с другой стороны, они еще коров не показывали. Скорее всего, вруб уже 2 кора показаны. Игры лузеров, как бы в теории. Врубил проверять, что можно контрпикнуть на найсычах. Не, ну, Дайры все еще могут сделать более-менее сбалансированный пик. Тем более, учитывая, что они последними коров берут. Тут уже есть коры, как я сказал. Главное сейчас не брать какую-то хуйню ненадежную, типа Дроу Рейнджер, ну, потому что это вообще не прокатит, это сразу понятно. Коров нужно брать только суперсильных, надежных. Любая хуйня, типа там Дроу Рейнджерки и т.д., это все не прокатит. Никак. Окей, Темпларка это надежно, Темпларка это сильный пик, Темпларка это надежный, сильный пик. Это может сработать, как бы. Но на самом деле я не вижу особых помех ликантропу в этой игре пока что.
Решил немного помешать донатам. Плюс 500 для величайшего. Будешь комментить анимешника.
Это какая игра? Блять. Найс. Почему тут написано Secret против Empire Starts Soon? А что должен комментировать Next игру? Если Next игру, которую я должен комментировать, была так Cloud9 против Empire, то получается буду. Я на 2 игры включил, да. Я включил на лузеров, получается буду, если ты про это спрашиваешь. Просто меня вообще, я сам забываю, меня путает эта хуйня. Почему тут написано Secret против Empire, Start Soon, Best of 2? Что это такое? О чем это вообще? Я же прямо сейчас смотрю игру Secret. Блять, Вольво! Какой это год? Что происходит?
5 seconds.
Окей, мне интересно, какой будет ласпик у Дайр. В принципе, у Radiant уже все хорошо. Ну что, пока лайки особо контре не вижу. Очень сложно будет ликантропа убивать. Это вообще... Допустим, те же каски нынче практически юзлess против ликантропа. Знаете почему еще? Потому что банально ты его не можешь застанить с волками обычно, потому что волки, если они попадут в стан, они в инвиз идут. Вот в чем проблема. Получается, вы не можете зачейнстанить ликантропа своего волками, потому что волки будут уже в инвизе. Оно не сможет отскакивать, если волк в стане стоит. Потому что он невидимый становится. И волк типа бегает 650 МС нынче. Рубик этот полная хуйня против ликантропа. Ланаю бесконечно можно кайтить, убегать от нее, его не замедлишь. Батрайда споймал, ну и что-то, на все команды его убивают, чтобы успеть убить. Вот против ликантропа нихуя в этой игре нет. Еще Сан Кинг здесь будет вообще охуенно вырываться. Контратака будет очень классная на Батрайдера. Допустим, ворвется на СФ или на ликантропа, Батрайдер, Сан Кинг его застанет. СФ успеет прожать БКБ. Этот чел успеет что-то поражать и... Да и я уж молчу о том, что Сан Кинг, ворвавшийся в толпу вот этих вот героев, это полное уничтожение, практически без шансов. Если, конечно, они не будут супер отторжены, и аура Рубика не затащит, какой-то импакт не внесет против магического урона. Но это обычно очень редко бывает. Фантом Лансер, опять же. Ну, Фантом Лансер, с одной стороны, против ликантропа хорош, с одной стороны. Но с другой стороны, он ничего не может сделать против сноуболящего ликантропа. То есть тут сложно понять. С одной стороны, неплохо, но с другой стороны, повторюсь, если ликантроп начал сноуболить, то остановить уже его Фантом Лансером, ну, не представляется возможным. Он банально может сгрызть базу на похуй.
Are you guys?
Snooze, you lose, kid. I mean, it was great for me. Just wanted to see what it was. Oh.
I'm 12.
Yeah, boy.
So we're about the same.
I'm 11.
Okay, I'm 11. Cool.
All right, that's not the way.
What? Right. Like that? Oh no, there's no line between them. Shit.
I'm coming. Where are you guys? Sam?
Vedettes, Major League butt kicking is back in town. Okay. So we're going this way, yeah? Mm-hmm. But look at all that up there. All that unexplored shit. Okay, can't get there that way. Oh. That was weird. How did I not notice that that opening was there? The fuck? Okay, hold on. Let's back this way. Okay, right. Isn't that where I came from? I can't get over there yet.
In the court of the goddess, every man and woman is deemed worthy of redemption. Though you might be shackled by the tribulations of the past,
play with them.
The trials ahead offer you both freedom and glory. The future is yours if you're bold enough to reach out for it.
How do I join them? Sam can join up with you now. Okay. They're in Discord. Okay. Long since I've like talked to you or hung out with you.
That's true. But
Why would I do that?
The other day for some.
Hold up, food's calling me. Sorry, chat.
Yeah, have you done it?
What?
You've completed it, right?
Oh, there's that. Yeah. What the heck am I fighting? There's something so strong here. Oh, there it is.
Did you get it, Simon-chan? Yeah, I accepted. Now you just gotta invite me.
Invite to party.
Just put some medium mana flash.
Alright, where
you up stuff, Sam?
Where you guys at?
I can go into town and bring you here. Yeah?
Yeah. The town portal.
Oh yeah, I see it.
As long as you're the last one back through it, then it won't close and we can all be together.
Okay. I'll wait for you guys in.
Yeah. Clear my bags out right quick. And
Hello.
I'm gonna pick up that. Awesome. Alright. Sammy.
I think I should keep that.
See you standing there.
While we live.
Fucking dumb.
Well, hey.
Come back to this portal and I can drop stuff on the ground for you.
Did you call me dumb?
No. No.
Nah.
No.
Oh, oops.
Oh, you're here. Okay. Go back to here.
Wait,
В стане стоит. Потому что он невидимый становится. И волк типа бегает 650 МС нынче. Рубик этот полная хуйня против ликантропа. Ланаю бесконечно можно кайтить, убегать от нее, его не замедлишь. Батрайда споймал, ну и что там, все команды его убивают, чтобы успеть убить. Вот против ликантропа нихуя в этой игре нет. Еще Сан Кинг здесь будет вообще охуенно вырываться. Контратака будет очень классная на Батрайдера. Допустим, ворвется на СФ или на ликантропа, Батрайдер, Сан Кинг его застанет. СФ успеет прожать БКБ. Этот чел успеет что-то поражать и